Hi everyone! Welcome to the last week of the M3 Creative Academy Christmas Music Workshop. My name is Darby Gerlicher, and in this video I'm going to be teaching the intermediate version of Silent Night. Our own Matt Murray wrote this arrangement for us, and it's beautiful. Let's get started. We're going to start at the very beginning with the right hand. So for most of the piece, your right hand has the melody. It's got the main line of the music. But sometimes your left hand's gonna poke its hand up in the air saying, I want to turn. So a few of the measures, your left hand's gonna need to come out and play the melody too. So because of that, let's start with both of our hands on the keyboard. So your left hand will have its finger number 5 on G, right below middle C. And your right hand thumb, finger number 1, will be on D by middle C. So about the rhythm for this piece, I think we all know the tune to Silent Night. So there's going to be this repeated rhythm, 2, 3. Some of those dotted rhythms can be a little tricky, but as you play, I just want you to remember how the tune goes, how the carol goes, and I think that'll help you get through any of the challenging rhythms. So starting at the beginning with your right hand, 1 on D. And now it's down to your left hand on B. Back to your right hand. Left hand. Now continuing in your right hand. And line 2. And now it's down to your left hand on that B. Now here in measure 17, it says this in your music, you have to remember to move your right hand up on the keyboard. You'll go to finger 3 on A. Now here in measure 18, I want you to be extra careful that you play that F sharp. So you've got to slide your hand up the keyboard. We don't want to do any contortions like this, any crazy angles with our elbow. I want you to just slide up the keyboard so you can have your thumb all relaxed on the F sharp. Then you'll come back down to the G. So here is starting in measure 17 on Sleep. Now for this last line, we definitely want to learn hands together. There's a lot of tossing back and forth between the hands. 21 starts in your right hand. Now it goes to the left hand. And back to your right hand. And it ends with a gentle interval in your left hand. Great. So after learning your right hand, let's move on to the left hand. Your left hand doesn't have to move on the keyboard, it just stays put. So it starts with 5 on G. Now measure line 2. And then in measure 21, both hands together. Now I played that kind of quickly since there aren't a ton of notes in the left hand. You don't have to play this piece quickly. It is a lullaby, so it can go nice and slow. Notice especially throughout the piece the dotted half notes. It's easy to just sort of see those long notes and not really count them out, but I want you to be sure to hold each one of those 3 beats, like here at the beginning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The other thing to think about throughout the piece is that the melody tosses back and forth between the hands. So, for example, in the first measure, your right hand has the main part, so we don't want the left hand to play super loud so you can't hear the right hand. But then in measure 2, it's your left hand that's extra important. So the left hand can bring up the volume a notch. See, it's kind of tossing back and forth. We want to hear the left hand, especially when it has the melody. All right, I'm going to play all the way through the piece now, and I'd like you to follow along in your music. I'll try to shout out the measure numbers at the beginning of each line to help you follow along. Five. Oh, that's 8 actually. 15. And now move your right hand. And 21. Let the sound settle, and then remove your hands. Now there is a repeat written in the music, and you are welcome to play the repeat so that you can play both verses included here. So have fun learning this version of Silent Night, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thanks, everyone.